criticisms of President Obama, do you think that would, and since a lot of people listen to you, you think that's going to hurt his reelection? I mean, I've heard some of my friends who like Obama still say that you're kind of like a Ralph Nader. You might cost him votes.
No, I don't think so. I mean, one is, Ralph actually run for office. The blues man just running to stay alive. Now, I have sided with Nader in terms of calling for a progressive in the primaries so that we have some Socratic energy. I don't think it's a good idea for Barack Obama every primary to be all by himself and people are just giving him standing ovation, standing ovation, standing ovation. I think that's not a good thing for any individual, no matter what. You have to be challenged with something. Let's have a discussion. Why are you still promoting patriotic action? Why do we have economic tendency? How come you haven't signed the Juvenile Justice Delinquency Act that affects the young people? Why did you renege on those other folks? He needs to be called into question in terms of being accountable, but that's within the context of the primary. And that's very different than Ralph, as you know, ran in the general election. See, and Ralph said he's not running in the general election. But I think that people are just giving him too much of a pass. And that's not a good thing. Politicians must be pushed. They must be pushed. I don't care what color they are, I don't care what gender, what party, or whatever, you see. And the idea of silencing the critics, and see, in the black community, as you know, is very intense because Taylor Smiley and I mean, when we went on the poverty tour, of course, we lived every day under threat of death anyway. But when we went on the poverty tour, we were told we come to this city not going to be alive. We had, you'll see on the show, if you get a chance, October 10th to 14th, you had people with placards outside of our town hall calling us into question because we're critical of Obama. These are all black folks, so it's an intra-black affair. And I think that's a good thing. Black community needs Socratic energy too. I think the real challenge is it has to be done in such a way that it does not aid and abet or fan and fuel some of the right-wing attacks. Some of which are just lies. He's a Muslim. He's a socialist. I said, socialist? Oh, I really want to see a democratic socialist. Look at me. I'll tell you what a democratic socialist is. This brother's not one. At all. At all. And I don't even believe in isms anyway, but I associate with Democrat Social American Legacy of Michael Harrington and Eugene Debs because I like to move in and out of different organizations. But as a Christian, I am first and foremost Christian. And I do believe Christians should not only be nonconformists, but there ought to be a revolutionary fervor for Christians. You know, somebody read on this is fascinating is the old Gilbert Keith Chesterton. Somebody read that classic of 1909 Orthodoxy. What does he say? He says, for Christians to have the audacity to worship this particular Jew who had this courage to push to the edge where his soul almost broke, that ought to be a sign for every form of insurgency for Christians. We're talking about Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, right? His soul almost breaks. He's pushed to the edge. Can you conceive having a God who is supposed to be omnipotent but is still incomplete because that God is so agonized wrestling with the horror of doubt past his cup? Or the blues line on the cross, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?